What you are about to hear is highly classified.
And welcome back to Zone 4, everybody. Brant Fowler, aka the Gonzogoose, back with you for another Marvel Now review. This time, one of my favorite books out of Marvel Now, Avengers Arena, number 3. And this issue features, in part, one of my favorite Marvel characters, and I know not a lot of people like him, but Darkhawk. I was a big fan of Darkhawk. He's one of the characters that I really latched onto when I first started collecting comics regularly. Yeah, I can't talk tonight. Regularly. There we go. So yeah, Darkhawk. Just love the character. Collected the book until it ended. So read him in New Warriors as well. And he hasn't been around too much in recent years. Of course, he was in some of the cosmic stuff, War of Kings and all that. But he's been kind of under the radar. But now he's back. But his part of the story comes in later. A lot of the issue focused on Cammi, who apparently was with Drax and Nova and everything during the whole Annihilation event several years ago. And turns out she has no powers. She's just this regular girl. No, she's not a mutant. She's not a cyborg. This is all revealed as we flash back to when she's captured by Sword, because she's apparently a space pirate and she's wanted in various different space sectors by various different races like the Shi'ar and the Kree and so on and so forth. So she's a little thief, little space thief, but she has no powers and they don't understand why she can do what she can do. She was apparently abducted 2 years prior, and of course, then, like I said, she was involved in the Annihilation thing, and she apparently has some kind of connection to Drax. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. But she's in this whole discussion with Abigail Brand of Sword. She's like, just don't send me home. I don't want to go home because I'm. And then it shifts to the present, and she's weak, slow, and she's like taking off all her armor and doing push-ups, and she's just trying to become better. And it's really odd. It shows the emotional turmoil she's going through. But she is tracking somebody that is setting fires to camps at night, and nobody knows who's doing it. So she's tracking that, and she encounters Darkhawk, who apparently is tracking the same. And they have this whole discussion, and there's a real funny part in it where she's like, aren't you a little bit long in the tooth? You gotta be in your 20s. And he's like, yeah, I'm ancient. But, once a teen hero, always a teen hero, no matter how many times I update my Wikipedia page. So I thought that was funny, because that is kind of how Darkhawk is seen. So, in real life. And, by fans and everything. So it was kind of funny, that nod to that whole thing. So, she's tracking, and they decide to split up and both track, and X-23 is also on the trail. She jumps out of the snow and is about to take out Cammi. She's like, no, your scent's wrong, sorry. And she walks off. So you got all these people tracking this thing, and Darkhawk apparently comes in contact with it, and this thing had previously taken the Sentinel that the Iron Giant boy was working on, and just kind of wadded it up into a ball and threw it. So this thing is like very powerful, but nobody knows what it is. But whatever this thing is, it attacks Darkhawk, and the result is, spoiler alert, his amulet is ripped from his chest, and that's how the issue ends. He's laying on the ground, smoke coming out of his chest, the amulet up in the air, and that's that. So it was another great issue. Of course, they continued this where they're doing a flashback of a certain character, showing us a little bit insight into this particular character. This time it was Cammi, and then of course we got the kind of a subplot of not really a subplot, but he was kind of a secondary focus, was Darkhawk. So for me, this issue wasn't quite as good as the previous two, but it was still good. I still enjoyed it. I'm just not completely invested in the Cammi character yet. And I think that's why I didn't enjoy it as much as the previous two. But it was still a very, very good issue, and I'm still really enjoying this series. For all of those of you out there, and we said this on the Zone 4 live show, if you're thinking about signing this stupid petition, or if you're boycotting Marvel because of this book or whatever, get a grip. It's comics. Seriously. Anyway, I'm loving this series. This particular issue I'm going to give a 4.5 out of 5 for the reasons that I mentioned. So that's going to do it for this one. Check out all my other reviews here on the channel. Like I said in previous interview, or not, yeah, interview. Yeah, I'm doing interviews now. Previous review. I don't know how much I'm going to get to do here in the next couple of weeks, but I'm going to try to throw up what I can as I have time to do so. So, just keep checking back. 200th live episode of Zone 4 is on the channel, so you can check that out if you missed it, or the audio version is available through the other channels as well. Check out Dark Avenger Inc., Dark Avenger Inc. Plus. Check out the new Comic Related YouTube channel. The Comic Related is the username, so head over there. There's only one video up so far, but we will be adding some stuff in the weeks to come, so check that out. Be on the lookout for that. Like us all on Facebook, and as always, thanks for watching.
Swinging on a little thread, shooting spider webs from his hands. On the streets of New York City, he steps out to make a stand. He's Spider-Man.
This has been a Gonzogoose production.